Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. Today we are gonna pick my TBR for May. It is that time of the month again to pick a new monthly TBR, and this time it's time for May. And I'm really excited because May is gonna be an amazing month. We have a week off, so I'm hoping that I will have lots of time for reading, and I'm excited for cute summery contemporary romances, but also easy to read romanticies. That's kind of what I'm in the mood for, so let's hope we're gonna get some good picks. In April we picked 7 books, including my book club books of that month, but I have to admit I didn't finish my April TBR. In the end I just picked up some different books as well. The books that I didn't read were Salt Swept by Catalina Watt, one of my Illumicrate books, and Caraval by Stephanie Garber. I have been putting this off for so long, and people keep telling me to read it. Like, friends of mine keep telling me that I probably will like it, but I am just a bit hesitant of this, so we're gonna put these back on the TBR. And I also bought lots of new books in April. As you know, I went to London where I did some book shopping, took home 13 new books with me. And after that I also bought Direbound, but I already read that. And Starside got delivered. I pre-ordered that months ago. And this book a friend of mine gave to me, A Love Song by Lindsay Coke. So that is also going to be put on the TBR. As always, I do already have a few books picked for May because those are my book club books. With my friend book club, we are reading Heated Rivalry. I have to admit that this book doesn't speak to me that much. I don't think that I would have picked it up myself if it wasn't such a hype. But because it is such a hype, we decided to read it with our friend book club. So that is on my TBR for May. With my buddy read book club with my friend Marlotte, we are reading Unearthly. That is actually on here, so I can take that out already. Unearthly by Cynthia Hand. I've seen lots of good things about it. It's actually released around 2010, something like that. But it's getting really popular again. Clara has known she's part angel since she turned 14 2 years ago, but only now through fragmented visions of a raging forest fire and a mysterious boy is her purpose, the crucial rite of passage for every part angel, becoming clear to her. They lead her to a new high school in a new town but provide no clear instruction. I feel like this gives Twilight vibes, but then with angels. And I'm hoping that's the case. And the cover looks so pretty. I also already have the second book on here, Hollowed. I'm hoping this is gonna be good. So this is gonna be my 2-person book club book with Marlotte, my friend. And then with my local book club, we haven't actually picked a book yet. That is gonna happen either today or tomorrow. But it is very likely that the stationery shop of Tehran is gonna be picked, since most people voted for that. So that probably will be on my TBR as well, but if not, then a different book. So we have 3 book club picks for May already. So that's intense. I think beside that, we are going to pick 5 more books so that we have a total of 8 books, and I'm hoping I will manage to read that since we do have a week off and I'll be able to probably read a little bit more. So let's see. Here it is, my beloved TBR card. Let's pick our first prompt. Here we go. A book with an even amount of pages. Okay, those kind of prompts always give me lots of options, because in theory that could mean half of my books. But let's see, an even amount of pages. What am I in the mood for? Like, I think a contemporary romance or like a fast-paced romantasy. And some summary books. This one speaks to me. Love Song, since it is like in a summary setting. Oh, this does have an even amount of pages, 516. Good contender. Also very high on my list for the next coming months is City of Ashes, the sequel to City of Bones. And I got this edition in London and I really want to continue this series, the Mortal Instruments series. Let's see how many pages this has. Epilogue. Do we include the epilogue? I think I am going to include that today, but that means it is an uneven amount of pages. 461. So that is not an option. I also have Starside, which I'm really excited about, with this gorgeous sprayed edge. Nope, 497. So also not an even amount of pages. I think I'm just really in the mood for a Love Song by Elle Kennedy. I have been wanting to pick this up a couple of days ago, but I picked a different book, Ravenschooler. But this is very high on my list, and I think with us having a week off in May, it feels like summer vacation, and I'm really into summer books. So let's pick this one as my first book of May, Love Song by Elle Kennedy. It takes place at a lake house basically, and it is a second generation book. So it is about kids from her off-campus series, Campus Diaries? Campus Diaries. I think that is what it's called. They're kids. So it is about Blake Logan and Wyatt Graham. And they don't like each other, but they end up at the same lake house since it is their family's lake house and their families are friends. So they just end up at the same lake house. And I'm very curious to see what happens. We all know what is going to happen, but I love that. So let's pick this one. Okay, my next prompt. Pick with a number generator. Okay, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna count all these books and then we'll make an order. And then the number that is picked, that book is going to be on my TBR. I'm scared. Let's start on this side. So we'll start at pink towards purple. Then like this towards blue. And then we'll do this layer, this one, and then my books over there from left to right. It doesn't make sense like this, but in my head, the shelves flow like this. So I have to do it like this. It's a neurodivergent thing, I guess. It's just how I see those shelves. So we'll start over here, work our way down, and then the back, and then those shelves over there. But I have to count the books, so let's do that. Okay, 53 books. Let's generate a number. 29. Okay, 29. This is where we started. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Okay, it was 29, right? The 29 book is X's and O by Amy Leah. It is a romance, a contemporary romance, and I have to say I'm kind of excited about this because I actually read the third book in this series already. What is it called? The Catch. Yes, this is basically a series about influencers. And I really liked the third book in that series. I just randomly bought that and read it. It was about an influencer that moved to a small fisherman's town. And I did really love that. So I'm very curious to read this book, the second book in the series. So I'm doing it the other way around. Yeah, I think it's going to be cute. I think it's going to be perfect for summer. Tara Chan has had her heart broken 10 times by 10 different men. Nevertheless, she is still determined to find her perfect match. The only problem, Tara is a romance novel obsessive. I get it, girl. And her standards are sky high. I also get that. Modern dating apps have killed the meet cute, so Tara decides to revisit her exes in the hope of finding her very own trope-worthy second chance romance. That I don't get. And every heroine needs a sidekick, so as she enlists her new flatmate, firefighter Trevor. Hold it right there, because we all know what is going to happen. Yeah, he's the first to rush into a burning building, but the last to rush into a relationship. But the more time they spend together, the more Trevor appreciates Tara's authentic dramatic self. Okay, I actually don't see anything about influencer, but that's okay. It still sounds very cute. So let's read this. X's and O's by Amy Leah. Let's pick my third prompt. A book you've been putting off. Yeah, I just said that I'm putting off Caraval, didn't I? There are definitely some books on here that I've been putting off. The Atlas 6, for example. Twin Crowns, Caraval, definitely. This one as well, Witch's Guide to Fate, Dating and Demon. I think this has been on my TBR card the longest. So if we're going by that, this is a good option. This has been on my TBR for quite a while, but I had to read the other series in this universe first. So I have been putting it off that long, I would say. I think Caraval is the best contender in this case. I have some more books that I'm not leaning towards to read that aren't that high on my list to pick soon. But I think this is more about books that I have on my TBR and that I have been putting off. I've tried to read multiple times but didn't. That is definitely the case with this book. It has been on my TBR, well, last month. Almost picked it a few times as well in TBR videos. So I think this is a good one. And it is supposed to be an easier fantasy, I think, since it is a young adult. So it might be a good pick for May. Yeah, let's put it on a TBR again. And let's see if I actually end up reading it this time. 2 more picks. Let's pick my fourth prompt for this month. Newest addition to the card. Okay, well that is Love Song by Lindsay Kelk. I just got this from my friend like 5 days ago. If she didn't give this to me, it would be Starside, which I'm so excited about as well. But this is the latest addition to my TBR, so let's pick this one. Love Story by Lindsay Kelk. I actually have no clue what it is about. It is a contemporary romance. She's a small town school teacher. He's a hotshot creative director. Together, it's hate at first sight. Oh, love it. She isn't just hiding something small. She is S.T. Cox, the mysterious romance author the entire world is desperate to unmask. When a trip to the countryside means sharing a cottage with only one bed, it is a short step to sharing a whole lot more. Besides, can Sophie trust Jo with the truth and be herself? Oh, that does sound very lovely. Oh, it does sound amazing. It does sound like a good summery romance. It's just that we have so many romance on the TBR right now. I am craving some more romantic and fantasy books. Let's hope my final pick is gonna be something like that. Okay, I'm hoping. Blue cover. Okay. Yes. Oh my god, yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is the perfect book. City of Ashes. I mean, how much more blue can I get? This is fairy blue and silver, but blue. City of Ashes, the second book in the Mortal Instruments series. I have seen the series when I was younger and I maybe read one of the books, but not the entire series. And I just restarted it. I got the gorgeous, like this edition, but then City of Bones at Christmas from Russ, and I have been wanting to read the entire series, so I got this in London and I'm really excited to continue the series. I loved City of Bones, so this is probably gonna be my pick, but let's see what else is out there. I do have some really good blue books though. Gilded by Marissa Meyer, Heavenly Bodies by Imani Eru, Bride of the Shadow King. I love this cover and I have been wanting to read this, so it was a great contender. Yeah, probably, if not City of Ashes, I would pick this one. Next to You, Riding the High, the third book in the Silver Pines cowboy romance series. Iris Kelly Doesn't Date, and The Great Alone. Those are all of my blue cover books. I think if not City of Ashes, I would have picked Bride of the Shadow King, since that gives me fast-paced, easy to read romantasy vibes. But I just have to pick this one since it is already so high on my like mental TBR. This is gonna be perfect. I'm really happy. I love this. So these are the books that we picked. First of all, Love Song by Elle Kennedy, X's and O's by Amy Leah, Caraval by Stephanie Garber, Love Song by Lindsay Kelk, and City of Ashes. Ooh, I almost knocked myself in the head there. Did you see that? City of Ashes by Cassandra Clare. I'm really excited for that one. And then, like I said before, my book club books. So Unearthly, Heated Rivalry, and probably the last bookshop of Trierum. I think that is what it's called. So yes, a very romance heavy TBR. So we're gonna actually see how much I end up reading. I might just pick some more fantasy books in between, but we're gonna see about that. I'm gonna start with these books, and I think these are perfect books for a vacation and a week off. Lighter books that you can easily read in the sun, a little bit more fast-paced. So I'm not too mad about this. I really like the TBR. Alright, so with that being done and said, this is where I'm going to end the video. If you liked it, then please give me a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what is very high on your list for May. What book are you most excited about reading? Let me know in the comments. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you do to stay up to date with all of my upcoming content. And with that being said, I hope to see you very soon in the next video. Bye guys! Doei doei!